Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Erica, and in today's video I will be creating 2 eye looks with another Nomad Cosmetics palette in my collection. That's what I want to keep doing, is doing 2 looks with each of my Nomad palettes. And today's winner is the Nomad Cosmetics Whistler Snow Lodge palette. Such cute packaging. And I think this color story is absolutely divine. I love the different options in here: neutral, colorful, depth, light, earthy, a little bit of grunge in here too. Such a beautiful color story. And I think this is the 4th or 5th time I've used this palette. So I have some experience with it, but I want to continue to use it and get more experience with it. And what I'm planning on doing for these 2 looks is focusing more on the neutral shadows for this look, and then I'll do a more colorful look in the second look. So for this look, I'm going to use these 3 shades and these 2 shades is what I'm thinking. This shade right here, I think will probably be for lining, like my lower lash line and my upper lid. I'll use these 3 shimmers across the lid. This will be in my transition crease area. Just wanted to create like a smokier look, I guess. Elegant, classy is what I'm thinking. I'm hoping anyway. We'll see if that really turns out that way. But that's my plan. And look at how cute the embossments are on the palette. Really cute. They're skis and snow bunny. Well, that's the shade name is Snow Bunny. So cute. Mountain, I think that's a mountain range. Elk head. Yeah, really fun. So yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. So I'll start off with this shade right here called Gone Skiing and putting that in my transition crease area. I do have both brows done, of course, and my eyelid, this eyelid, is primed in the P. Louise eyeshadow base in Rumor 01. All right, let's get into Gone Skiing. And I don't know that I've ever used this shade before. Maybe. Doesn't look like I have, but who knows. I haven't used this palette in a long time. The last time I used this palette, I used like the reds, the burgundy shades, which was really fun. And I think I did throw that really dark brown shade too, like in my outer V. And I thought about just recreating that look because I didn't film it, but then I was like, no, let's just try to create a whole different look with it today. So yeah, today is Thursday. We're getting closer to the weekend. I am so excited for not this coming weekend, but next weekend, because my grandbaby is going to be in town. And I cannot wait. It's been quite a while since I've seen him, a few weeks since I've seen him. And, you know, that used to not be the case. When they lived in town, we would see him quite often, pretty much weekly, sometimes daily. It was wonderful. And so, yeah, I just really miss him. My daughter sends me pictures of him and videos of him all the time, which I love that so much. I'm so glad that my daughter and I are as close as we are so that I can have that kind of contact with her, of course, and my grandson. It's wonderful. So yeah, and typically when they come into town, what happens is that they will go, my daughter and her husband will go like on a date, and my husband and I, grandpa and I, get to keep baby all on our own. And I love that because we have so much fun. And you guys, I lose my mind with him. You know, I just get right down on his level and I just lose my mind. You know, I really do. It's so fun. I love it. I shriek and holler and run around the house and chase him around. And I think he thinks I'm a little unhinged because I am unhinged when I'm around him. I don't care. I lose all sense of control and just have a blast. It's so fun. And then I love it when he wants to take a nap because he lets Nonny put him down for his nap. And I get to like really hold him and, you know, kiss him and kiss his little hands and talk all hooty-booty-boo to him. So fun. I love it. I love it. And this is a really nice shade. Very nice brown matte. It's, you know, applying well, blending easily. Wait a second here. Do I have my, I'm going to cheat. I need to grab my little e.l.f. palette. Hold on just a second. So what I'm going to do is grab this and I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's this really nice cream colored shade, and it's got a little bit of sparkle in it. I really like it. I'm going to put it around the edge of that right now. Brush, 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 brush. I just really like using this. I've used it so many times, but it just really does a good job of like taking down that harsh edge. I don't know. On me, I just think it looks weird. So I really do like to soften that edge up, and this works so well for that. I don't really use this as a contour palette. Well, I did when I first got it. I did, but I don't know. I don't really contour or bronze my face much anymore. So now I think what I'll do is go into the shade here, and this one is called Ski Out. Yeah, ski out. Okay, my hair's all now from my glasses. Ski out. Said that like 15 times. Put that in my outer V area. And Wesley is not really talking. He's almost 2. He'll be 2 in May. I mean, he does talk. He babbles a lot, but it's baby talk. You know, he can't really say words at this point. He does know some sign language, and he can communicate that way, which is wonderful. He's just a really physical kid. You know, he runs and hops and jumps and climbs and this and that, do. And he's got great fine motor skills. You know, he can draw and, you know, pick little things up, and he's just not into talking. And my daughter is like, she's calmer now than she was. I've worked on it with her, but she was just panicking. Like, Mom, what if he doesn't ever talk? I'm like, he's going to talk, Sydney. He will talk. It's just, it's not important to him right now. He's getting all of his needs met. And, you know, if he needs to have speech therapy, which the pediatrician suggested that might be a possibility down the road, then he gets speech therapy. But at this point, let's just let him be a baby. You know, I think what happens is that new mothers, and I did the same thing, they start reading all this stuff online, articles and books, and I'm gonna go back into Gone Skiing and just blend that shade out a little bit, that ski out shade out a little bit. You know, you start reading all this stuff and you start talking to other moms, and you just start thinking, well, they should be doing this by this age, and he's not. And so there's something wrong with him. And I told her, I said, your brother, my son Braden, didn't talk until he was almost 3. I mean, I knew what he was saying, but he was babbling, and I could pretty much figure out what he was wanting and this, that, and the other. But he really wasn't talking. Nobody else could understand him. And I remember my mom getting kind of freaked out about my son not talking, because my daughter talked really early. My daughter, Sydney, could talk at like 9 months. She could say like 10 words at 9 months. That's pretty early. But Sydney did not walk until she was almost 2. And of course, that freaked me out. There's always something that goes on that freaks a parent out every time, you know. I was much less freaked out though when Braden was little, because I'd already been through the freak out with Sydney. So I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not freaking myself out again over this stuff. I'm just not doing it. So anyway, I'm just, you know, working on it with her and trying to have her understand that everybody's different. We all develop differently. There's nothing wrong with him. You know, he's a wonderful child, super funny. He's got the funniest sense of humor. He's got mine and Sydney and his Uncle Braden's goofy, wacky sense of humor. It's just, he's hilarious. He's so funny. And I'm not kidding you. He looks so much like my son. So much like his mama's brother, his uncle. It's unreal. It's like watching Braden grow up all over again. It's really cool, but it is kind of like, did you give birth to your brother? So now I'm going to go to the shade here. This is called So a Moose. Is that what it says? So amused. I see it. So amused, but it's so amused. Okay, that's funny. Put that right there. Okay. Oh boy, I am going to get through this look, you guys, I promise. I wish they would make the shade names bigger. Oh, that's pretty. I've never used this shade before. That's really nice. Kind of like a coffee brown is what it reminds me of, and it's got a nice sheen to it. That's beautiful. Okay, cool. Love that. I thought about maybe using one of my cream pot gel liners or whatever for this look today. I wasn't really sure exactly what color to pull in. I think there is a light brown. I could use the light brown, the tan maybe. I don't know. I don't really love how that looks. I thought about maybe yellow or orange too. But I think what I'll do is hold off on that and use one of my fun pot gel liners, whatever, in the second look. That is beautiful. I really like how that looks. It's nice. I have tons of fallout. I don't care. So now I'm going to go into this gold shade here and put that in the middle. And this one is called Berry Cool. Okay, and I think it does have a bear face on it. Oh yeah, it's got a bear with like ski goggles on. I've used this shade before. It's beautiful. And I think I'm pretty sure I mentioned, I'm going to spray this a little bit. My husband tore his bicep at work like a month ago. And he was finally able to get in to get an MRI on Monday. Ooh, that's lovely. Yes, I knew I was going to love this shade because I've used it before and it's beautiful. And today he sees the doctor to get the results of that MRI. And I'm really hoping that he does not need surgery. They said that if the initial doctor that he saw after this whole thing first happened, said that if he does need surgery, it's going to be hopefully just a minor surgery laparoscopically, that where they just go in and maybe put a couple stitches in where that's torn. It doesn't really hurt him anymore. It still feels kind of funky, like kind of weak feeling. He is on light duty at work, although I don't know that he really adheres to that light duty men, you know. But he can function pretty well. But it looks weird. Like he still has this weird divot in his bicep. Ugh. So yeah, he started physical therapy. He's gone to 2 physical therapy appointments. But yeah, he will find out a lot more today about what's going to happen moving forward. I love that. I think that's gorgeous. So I think I'm just going to clean this off. And then I have a little towel here. And then I'm going to go into this shade right here. And this one is called Ski In. Okay, Ski In, Ski Out. That's cute. I didn't really look at the shade names before I sat down to film here. And it's been, like I mentioned, quite a while since I've used this palette. Quite a while. Okay, and I think I'll spray this too, just a little bit. And let's put this right here towards the front. This brush is a little creakety. It's not broken, but it's getting loose. So I'm holding on to it like I don't want it to fall apart. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Oh, that's really nice. I love that. Okay, cool. I haven't done like a, well, have I done a neutral look lately? I don't think so. I've done pretty colorful looks lately. So it's just fun to like create a nice, neutral, classy, elegant look. At least that's what I'm going for. I might be a legend in my own mind, but that's what I'm going for here today, folks. Okay, and I think I'm pretty much done with this shade too. I'm just gonna kind of drag this over just a little bit. Just like how that looks. I am done with this look. I love it. I'm gonna clean this up. Other eye, face, hair, I will come back. So this is finished look number 1. Love how the look turned out. I think pulling the neutral shades together for this look was really fun. I do think I created a very neutral, elegant, classy look with the palette. Really fun to pull this out again because it's been way too long since I've used it. And I cannot wait to create look number 2. But before I get to that step, I'm going to show you the palette again. But before I show you the palette again, let me show you just a few things I put on my face for my finished look. On my lips, I used a bullet lipstick from MAC that I got in a BoxyCharm box a long time ago. This is one of my favorite lipsticks that I have in my collection. I just love the deep, rich brown shade that it is. So beautiful. It reminds me of the lipsticks that I used back in the 90s. This is definitely my 90s themed lipstick. It's very emollient, feels really nice on the lips. It's a traditional lipstick. It's not a liquid lipstick, so it will come off throughout the day. And I'll probably forget to take it to work with me, but man, I love it. And then for my lower waterlines, I use the NYX Professional Makeup Epic Wear Liner Stick in gold plated. I just thought this would look nice with the gold shade on my eyelids. This works really well. For my inner corner shade, I did grab the Aurora Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I used this shade right here. This one is called Eclipse. It's kind of like gold and pink. It's really, really pretty. And I think it looks very nice with the eye look. I thought about using the Ski In shade, but I didn't do that. So let's look at the palette again. Nomad Cosmetics Whistler Snow Lodge. Such a beautiful palette. Excellent formula of all the shades that I put together today. I used this shade and this shade on my lower lash lines, and then I did line my upper lids with this shade. It's called Ski Out. Really fun. These 2 shimmers and this as well, just stunning, very opaque, easy to apply. Mattes blended easily, you know, very, very easy look to put together, but I think very effective. It's a very beautiful look. I really think that it is. So yeah, let's get on to look number 2. So look number 2 with the Nomad Cosmetics Whistler Snow Lodge palette. Woo! And I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to use in today's look. I'm thinking of using these shades right here. Snow Bunny, Powder Specialist, Snowmad, Black Comb, and Up to Snow Good. Yeah, and I might pop a little bit of that towards the front part of the lower lash line as well, and that's called For Fox's Sake. So what I'll do is start off with this shade right here called Snow Bunny, putting that in my transition area. Both brows are done. This eyelid is primed, of course, and the P. Louise eyeshadow base in Rimmer 01, and I do need to grab a brush for this. I was sitting here trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with this palette today. I was thinking blue and green, but I've done quite a few blue and green looks lately. So I was thinking, well, maybe like blue and red, But then I love that powder specialist shade, the white shade up here, although it's not really white. It's got a lot of really beautiful reflex in it. I've also thought about maybe putting, what is this called? Ski Bum on my lids too. We'll see. I might throw that in somewhere. I don't know. We shall see. And this shade is really pretty, but it's not, well, I mean, it's pigmented enough. I've used this before. It's just not as, it's a little dustier than some of the other mattes in this palette, I would say. At least in my palette it is. I don't know. But it does blend out very nicely. It's a nice transition shade, I think. You know, it's kind of a powder blue. Yes. Yesterday was a very emotional roller coaster day for me. It was like down and then up, and it was crazy. So I mentioned that my husband tore his bicep at work, right? And so he saw the doctor yesterday so that they could look at the results of his MRI, and he does need to have surgery. And basically what has happened is that there's a tendon that holds the bicep up, right? Well, that tendon tore, and when it tore, it like took the bicep away from where it's supposed to be. So he's got this big dent in his arm right here. So what they're going to have to do is grab that tendon, pull it back up along with the bicep, and then screw the tendon into his bone up here. So he'll have a permanent screw in his arm. He also tore his rotator cuff. So that's going to have to be repaired as well. Oh, goody. So he will have surgery on the 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. And he'll have a 2-week recovery where he just has to be basically on the couch for 2 weeks, you know, just doing nothing. And then he will have a post-op appointment at that point, and then they'll determine whether like he can go back to work, maybe light duty or whatever. We'll see. And then all total, the recovery time is like 3 months. He'll start going to physical therapy and all that kind of stuff. He does have to wear this sling thing. It's pretty intense. It like wraps around his body and then it holds his arm into his body. I was like, dang. But, you know, could be worse. I'm going to go to the shade now called Nomad. Put that in my outer V into my crease area. Brush. Need a brush. So, yeah, I mean, we were pretty sure he was going to have surgery. The scary part for me, though, was that he did this like a month or so ago. At least like beginning of January, right? Something like that. And I was thinking, well, are they going to get him into the doctor? But you know, when you have a workman's comp claim, they have to get all their paperwork in a row, and you have to see like their designated doctor first, and then they refer you to the orthopedic clinic. So, I mean, it was just this like, you know, sit around and wait type situation. It was really annoying. This is a beautiful blue matte. I don't know that I've used this before. It's really pretty. Very vibrant, more vibrant than I thought it would be, I guess. So yeah, I was thinking, well, gosh, you know, if this heel's all screwed up, then what? Then what do we do? The doctor did tell him that he could just leave it alone and not have surgery, but that he will lose strength. He already has lost strength. And then that muscle being all weird and kind of detached will cramp like crazy. And that's what he's noticing right now, is that when he goes to do something with that arm, sometimes it'll cramp up pretty bad. And he's like, yeah, I don't really want to have that be that way the rest of my life. No, thank you. So, you know, he's not excited about having surgery at all, but you know, it could be worse. We just keep saying this could be worse. This could be worse. So it'll be fine, I'm sure. He's not real excited about the anesthesia part of it, which that scares the crap out of me too. But I'm just keeping my mouth shut because I don't want to make it worse, because I start thinking, yeah, what if you, okay, just stop. Just don't do that. Okay, I'm going to go back into Snow Bunny and just blend a little bit and just kind of make that look a little bit more diffused. Then my son called me yesterday, and he had his final interview for this job that he's been interviewing for since November. They had to have him go through like 3 different rounds of interviewing, and he got the job. I'm so proud of him. It's a great job. He'll be making a great wage, livable wage, you know, really excited. You know, he'll have his first job right out of college. He's graduating from college this year, so he'll start his job in July once he gets his degree and stuff. Really excited about that. He and his girlfriend will need to move because the job that he has is, you know, not in the town that he lives in right now. And then she's going to be going to medical school. So yeah, they're going to be a little further away from me, but not too far. I mean, still close enough where we can go visit. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so excited for him. And then my stepdaughter also graduated yesterday and got her certificate from cosmetology school. So, I mean, you know, the kids are just kicking ass, man. They're kicking ass. I'm going to kind of deal with this because this got kind of weird right here. Just kicking ass. I'm so proud of them. So proud of them. You know, and then my daughter and her son are doing great. So yeah, you know, it was like the bad news of my husband's surgery followed up by some really great news from our kids. So it was great. Really fun to have that happen yesterday. You know, kind of the bad and then the good. It was great. So like I mentioned, emotional roller coaster. I was bummed and then I was like elated. And so yeah, really cool to have the elation part of things. So now what I think I'll do is put this shade down first called Black Comb here. Then I'm going to put Up to Snow Good here. And then I'm going to put Powder Specialist towards the front there. Okay. And I don't think I have used Black Comb before, this kind of satiny shimmer. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of purple in that too. That's beautiful. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I like that a lot. And I think I am going to take this all the way out to the outer edge of the lid. Yes, I am. Why not? Let's do that. And I'm getting a ton of fallout because I didn't spray the brush, but don't have my face makeup on, so it'll be just fine. And I think moving that out there will help kind of, I don't know, I kind of made the edge worse, but it's okay. I'll go back and blend, it'll be fine. But yeah, that's a beautiful shade, gorgeous. Okay, so I cleaned the fallout up. Now I'm gonna go into the shade here called Up to Snow Good. How many times do I have to read something? I don't know. And put that down next to that shade. Alrighty. And ooh, this is nice, yeah. Kind of a satiny shade as well. I'm gonna spray it because I don't want to keep getting fallout and having to wipe it off. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. It does have, it looks pretty burgundy or like brick red in the pan, but on the lid, I think maybe just because it's next to the blue shades, it looks more purpley, like reddish purple. That's beautiful. Although I guess burgundy is reddish purple. I don't know. God. Sometimes I say things and I'm like, okay. So today's Friday. I am thrilled and I have no idea what we're doing this weekend. My mom's birthday is Sunday and my mom passed away in 2016. So, you know, it's a tough day. Just kind of taking this over the blue shade just a little bit. It's going to make that shape look a little more different, more unique. Okay, so that looks awesome, I think. I really like those two together. I will go back in with my finger and kind of mush things up a little bit. I need to find one more brush here. I'll use the smaller one. And I'm going to go into Powder Specialist now and put that towards the front. And I love the little skis. That's the thing, though, that kind of sucks about having, like, the cute embossments on the shadows is that, obviously, the more you use the shadow, then the embossments go away, the designs or whatever you want to call them. But I mean, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, wow. See, yeah, that's got more of a pink flip to it on my lid. Ooh, I got some yuck in my eye there. It's more pink. Isn't that crazy? I mean, that's just like, wow, how different it looks in the pan than it does on the lid. And it could be that I'm picking up the pink from the shade next to it. I don't know. But I do think it does usually look pretty pink. That's cool. I love that. But I mean, look at that in the pan, and then look how different it looks on my lid. That's crazy pants. Huh. But very fun. I'm going to take this up over here just a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I do, though, want to go in with my finger because I feel like I have a weird, well, maybe not. I think it's just, I don't know. Sometimes it looks like I don't have shadow on my lid in spots, like it's patchy, but then I really like pull my lid around and I'm like, oh no, it's there. I think it's just the duochromeness of it. It just makes it look funny in certain lights. I don't know. Now I'm going to go back into Up to Snow Good, the red shade or reddish shade. Add some of that back with my finger. Yes, this is really a pretty look. I like it. And now I'm going to go back into Black Comb with my finger, the blue, and just add some of that back in too and just kind of smush the shades together a little bit better. Yes. So now I think what I'll do is, I think I'll use this brush and go into Nomad just a little bit. Kind of go around the edge here of things just to kind of, I don't know, Go around the edge of things here. Don't know why, just doing it. Yeah, I like it. It's really cool. And then I'm gonna grab a different brush because I think that brush is not doing what I want it to do. I know it's not doing what I want it to do. I'm just gonna go in with this little one here and go into Snow Bunny. And just kind of take this around the edge. Because that AliExpress brush was not doing what I wanted it to do with that Snow Bunny shade. I just don't know that I love the Snow Bunny shade, you guys. I don't know that I love it. Because I feel like there's that line right there and I just can't get it to go away no matter what I do with this shade. And now I've put too much. Oh boy. The fun of eyeshadow sometimes, right? Or not so fun. I don't know. I don't know what I think. I mean, it's not that I don't, I'll use this brush again. It's not that I don't love it. I do. But I like the first look better, I think. Okay, I think I'm done. I don't know how I feel about this look. I like it. I'm just not too sure about it. I don't know. I'm going to go do the other eye, put the rest of my face on. I am going to be using a Beauty Creations pot gel liner today. In this shade here, it's called Magical Storm. Take it out of the box. I can't take it out of the box, but that's the color right here across my lids. Hopefully that'll look good. But I will come back. So of course, this is finished look number 2. I do like how this look turned out. I don't know that I love how this look turned out. I did try a pot gel liner that I'm not real sure I love. And then the blend of the blue shades on my lids today is not my favorite. It really isn't. And maybe I'm just being too overcritical of myself, which I tend to be. But let me know in the comment section if you like look 1 or look 2 better for this video. I'm going to show you a few things I put on my face for my finished look, and then I'll show you the palette again, and then I promise this video will come to an end. Okay, on my lips, I used a She Glam liquid lipstick in the shade City Nights. I just thought this shade would look really nice with the eye look today. I love this lipstick, or liquid lipstick, love it. For my mascara, I used the Catchy Eyes from Gosh Cosmetics again. In my lower waterlines, I used a ColourPop cream gel liner in the shade Crybaby. I thought the purpley tone stuff would look good with the Powder Specialist shade towards the front of my lids, you know, kind of the purpley pink. So I grabbed this. And then I did use a pot gel liner from Beauty Creations. This is in the shade Magical Storm. And it took me forever to get this lid off. I ended up dropping it in the bathroom. I went to get a towel to try to open the lid. Dropped it in the bathroom, picked it up, it unscrewed right away, totally fine. I guess it just needed to be dropped in order for the lid to come off. I really do like this. It's just, I'm not used to using different colors of eyeliner on my upper lids. You know, I typically go with a black or a dark blue or a brown. So this is just, you know, experimenting and having some fun. My biggest thing is I really want to have the line be even because, you know, I don't want it all jaggedy. And so it took me a minute to just get it very even. And then I got it thicker than I wanted it. I don't know. But I do love these and they dry down so nicely. And I'm putting this in a Ziploc baggie, as my friend Stacy told me to do. Okay, so now let's talk about the Nomad Cosmetics Whistler Snow Lodge palette. Man, this is a beautiful palette. It is not my favorite from Nomad though. The Royal Europe has taken that spot. But I just think this is a gorgeous color story. So many different options in here, neutral and colorful alike. You know, just a really fun palette to play with. I had a lot of fun putting both of these looks together. I just wasn't super thrilled with this shade here, Snow Bunny. I don't know. It just seemed more powdery than the other mattes I've used out of this palette. I had a really tough time blending those two together. And that's just me. I don't think it has anything to do with the shades. It's just my lack of experience or lack of proper technique probably. Love these 3 shimmers. I do though kind of wish that instead of this shade, I'd put this shade towards the front of the lid. I don't know. But I really like it. It's beautiful. And I loved the shimmer shades from look 1. These 2 here and this one. Love these 2 mattes. Really fun. And I forgot that I was thinking about maybe putting that towards the front part of the lower lash line. Just completely spaced that until right now. Anyway, I loved creating both of these looks. Really fun. And I'm just I'm really happy that I have this palette in my collection because there's just tons of different things you can do with it. Very nice quality and formula. Let me know if you have this palette. Let me know what shades you like to pull together in your looks when you use this palette. I will continue to use the palette, of course. And yeah, like I said, let me know which look you like the best, look 1 or look 2. I know which look I like the best, look 1. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. I love to chat with you guys there. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video. But in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Drop it.